in Africa, and in the rest of the world. Today is Tuesday, August 13, 2024, and I'm Anthony Vowen anchoring. The big stories we're following tonight. Liberia and the European Union signed communique affirming stronger political partnership between the two parties. Former Senate pro tempore Cletus Watterson dies at age 87. The Central Bank of Liberia clarifies that newly appointed CBL Deputy Governor for Operations James Wilfred has sufficient funds to liquidate his financial liabilities with the bank, away from whom child soldier turned rebel commander in the notorious Lord's Resistance Army, convicted of war crimes and crimes against humanity in a landmark case in Uganda. The details of these and other stories and several others, the news in French, sports, the weather update, our lineup. But first, the bulletin of news with Fabien Kuya.
Liberia and the European Union, EU, have signed an 8-point joint communique for a stronger political partnership between the two parties. Foreign Minister Sarah Beslo-Yanti signed on behalf of Liberia, and the head of the European Union delegation in Liberia, Ambassador Nona Dupreez, signed on behalf of the EU. According to the communique, Liberia and the EU have agreed to strengthen bilateral development cooperation, promote democracy, good governance, uphold international rule of law and human rights. The two parties also resolved to ensure environmental sustainability, climate change, regional, continental, global peace and security, trade, investment, and economic cooperation. Liberia and the EU also vowed to promote cultural exchange, youth empowerment, education, entrepreneurship, skills development, infrastructure, technology, and connectivity. Meanwhile, Foreign Minister Sarah Beslo-Yanti has expressed gratitude to the European Union for its invaluable contributions and dedication to advancing the Liberian-EU partnership. Minister Yanti said the enhanced partnership between Liberia and the EU also reflects their shared commitment to addressing global issues based on shared values.
Look forward to the years to come being even better results for the people of Liberia, better results in the relationship in terms of our growth and our aspirations for the Security Council seat and how we can work together when we take our seat on the Security Council.
The Dean of the Cabinet believes an enhanced relationship is beneficial to the people of Liberia and the people of the European Union. Minister Yanti spoke Tuesday at the end of the 12th Liberian-European Union Partnership Dialogue in Monrovia. In remarks, the head of European Union delegation in Liberia, Ambassador Nona Dupreez, has recommitted the EU to supporting the implementation of government's arrest agenda for inclusive development. Ambassador Nona Dupreez said the EU will continue supporting the Liberian government in achieving its development objectives on the three priority areas of the EU multi-annual indicative program. She named enhancing and preserving natural resources for growth, promoting decent jobs and inclusive growth, and improving financial and democratic governance.
On our side, we want to stress that Team Europe, which is the European Union and European Union member states, we remain committed to support the implementation of the arrest agenda for inclusive development, delivering to the people of Liberia.
Dupreez said EU also welcomed the active participation of civil society organizations in the dialogue. She noted such participation serves as evidence of the open and free democratic society in Liberia, which serves as an inspiration for other countries. The Central Bank of Liberia has clarified that the newly appointed CBL Deputy Governor for Operations, James Wilfred, has sufficient funds and severance benefits to service his loan at the bank. Mr. Wilfred is reflected in the recent GSE report and the CBL as one of several former and current staff of the bank who were seconded and defaulted on the loan obligations with the bank. But in a release issued Tuesday, the CBL management of the bank is fully aware of Mr. James Wilfred, whose loan repayment to the CBL has not been current due to his secondment with WAMIN in Accra, Ghana. However, it is a newly appointed Deputy Governor for Operations who has adequate provided fund, severance benefits, and property collateral in possession of the CBL. According to the release, CBL records show that it is the bank that owes Mr. Wayfair after netting his $90,096 loan obligation against his provident fund and severance benefits. The bank furthered that other seconded and former staff reflected as defaulters in the GSC report have provident funds and several payments held by the bank which are adequate for recovery of the loans. Meanwhile, the CBL management has commissioned a review to determine the loan status of former employees on net with the aim of strategizing ways to recover those loans. Former Senate Pro Tem Cletus Watterson has died at age 87. The death of the Liberian statesman was confirmed to this station by Senator Numini Batikwa. The former Grand Croix County senator, politician, and former associate professor of geology at the University of Liberia was elected Senate Pro Tem on March 2009, a position he held until 2012. The fallen lawmaker also served as Minister of Lands, Mines, and Energy from 1978 to 1980, as well as head of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company for 3 years. He was also former standard bearer of the Ezra Alliance of Political Parties in the 1997 elections. Civil Service Agency has blocked more than 300 persons from government's payroll, affecting 10 spending entities. The entities include National Watch Commission, Monrovia City Corporation, Liberia Broadcasting System, Governance Commission, Ministries of Information and Education, among others. At the MICAD regular press briefing Tuesday, CSA Director General Josiah Jokai said, with the 142 employees of the Liberia Broadcasting System, only 107 of them were verified. Mr. Jokai also disclosed that out of 955 employees of the Monrovia City Corporation, at least 209 of them were not verified during the CSA ongoing headcount verification exercise. Meanwhile, the Civil Service Agency but said the initiative will save government over $300,000 United States dollars annually. The Patriotic Consciousness Association of Liberia, PACA, has released several reform measures within its leadership structure with immediate effect. A release says PACA National Executive Committee, the highest decision body of the association, has been elevated to be known as National Executive Council, with the establishment of Political and Social Action Bureau, respectively. Officials of PACA National Executive Council are Frederick Bay, National Chairman, Charles Gray, National Vice Council Chairman, Edward Giddings, National General Secretary, among others. At the same time, officials of the Political and Social Action Bureau have been named. They are Percy White, General Coordinator, Jeanette Say, Deputy Coordinator for Gender and Children, David Mulba, Assistant Coordinator for Mobilization, Archie Tuawe, Assistant Coordinator for Documentation, and Kona Sambula, Assistant Coordinator for Peace and Reconciliation. According to the release, PACA new leadership structures were announced by the SWR National Executive Committee during an extraordinary meeting of the association over the weekend. And the Liberian National Police has announced the departure of 6 additional officers to South Sudan on peacekeeping mission. They include officers Louis Cherry, Francis Tawin, Bangali Sise, Mercy Tamba, Jesse Tour, and Catherine Wizia. Police Inspector General Gregory Como made a disclosure Monday. The Police Inspector General urged the Liberian Mission police officers to uphold ethical standards to protect the image of the LMP and the country at large in the performance of the duties. This latest development brings to 10 the number of LMP officers deployed in South Sudan on peacekeeping mission, affirming its commitment to global peace and stability.
Fabian Queer with the bulletin. The news bulletin is regular on ELBC Newsline. The 12th Liberia-European Union Partnership Dialogue has ended in Monrovia with the signing of an 8-point joint communique for enhanced partnership between Liberia and the EU. Foreign Minister Sarah Beslo-Nyanti signed on behalf of Liberia, and the head of the European Union delegation in Liberia, Ambassador Nona Deprez, signed on behalf of the EU. Minutes after the signing, Foreign Minister Sarah Beslo-Nyanti expressed gratitude to the European Union for its invaluable contributions and dedication to advancing the Liberia-EU partnership.
It is also about our shared aspirations into a reality through sustained cooperation and mutual respect. Respect for the Liberia we are today and the Liberia we're hoping